Conflict Vietnam opens in 1968, just days before the Tet Offensive begins, as 19-year-old Private Harold Cherry, later known as Doc Kellar, is introduced to his squadmates on a Huey gunship heading to Ghost Town, a 101 Airborne Division base in South Vietnam. 28-year-old Staff Sergeant Frank Ragman Weir is the leader, highly familiar with the Vietnam War from two previous tours of duty. Corporals Bruce Junior Lesh and Will Hoss Schaefer comprise the rest of the squad. Hoss is the squad's adrenaline junkie machine gunner, while Junior, the squad sniper, is counting the final days of his tour. The Tet offensive occurs just after Keller's first combat patrol, and he and the rest of Ragman's squad soon find themselves cut off behind enemy lines after the helicopters deploying them on a night patrol are shot down. Over the next several days, the squad battles through miles of unknown jungle filled with hostile NVA and VC. After escaping a napalm strike, they meet up with the chief commander of a Navy PBR. The chief is alone prior to meeting up with Weir's squad, having dropped some green berets off upriver where he saw some strange shit. After fighting their way through a VC fortified area called Charlie's Point, the men discover the chief has been killed and soon meet up with a group of Montagnards. After retrieving a sacred statue and releasing several village prisoners for the leader of the village, the squad uses a radio gained as a reward to call for a helicopter extraction from the first air cave being landed in a base under siege. After fighting off a heavy VC and NVA assault, the squad is praised by an overjoyed Major Wallace who promises all of them commendations for their bravery. A dying VC throws a grenade into the bunker as the Major speaks, however, rendering them unconscious, and the five men are taken prisoner. Major Wallace is killed when the men are forced to play Russian roulette. Escaping from the VC POW camp, Ragman's squad fights their way through the jungle and meets Sergeant Stone of the SASR and his squad. The two sergeants lead their men through a series of VC tunnels that the SASR were ordered to destroy. They succeed, and Stone and Weir part on good terms, meeting up with a USMC Jeep. The squad joins up with a column of trucks and tanks headed for Hue. After battling through the war torn city and destroying numerous NVA T 34s with an M48 Patton tank, the squad mounts up in a 101 airborne Huey while attempting to destroy Hawk surface to air missile batteries in the area that were captured by the NVA. The helicopter is shot down by an RPG, crash landing near an NVA stronghold, the Citadel of Hugh. The squad infiltrates the citadel, taking the fortress and eliminating its garrison, including a handful of tanks and the commanding general. A closing cinematic narrated by Kellar tells what happens to the members of his squad after their tour. Hoss signs on for another tour, and Kellar eventually learns from a drunk CIA agent that he is fighting in Laos or Cambodia, seeking the thrill of combat. Junior finally goes home but meets an unjust fate after he joins the Black Panther Party and is killed in a shootout with the FBI. Ragman comes home to an empty house and divorce papers and moves to live in the Rocky Mountains with his dog. Ho Chi Minh, having found peace, Kellar moves to New York City, raises a family, and becomes a respected doctor, utilizing his experience as a combat medic to treat wounds caused by inner city violence.